Hello everyone, this is Pbro Games and welcome to my channel. We are on mission challenge 8 number 7, which is a 30-minute race in which we start from 15 and we're trying to get gold. We've been racing for 29 minutes. We have 20 seconds remaining and we are struggling for gas. This is the final lap. All we have to do is to make it to the finish line and we will win. And at this point I realize I'm going to run out of gas, which I do. Lose P1, P2. We get bumped by P4 off the track. And at this moment here, I'm in deep thought and I realize that this race is totally about fuel management. This mission will teach you about fuel management as we decide to start over. So as you see, we did start back in 15th, and again, a lot of these races, the beginnings are very exciting as you make your way through the pack against the AI. And my goal is to do it clean. And if you're unaware, I'm transitioning on this Pbro Games account to the wheel. I've done all these mission challenges before. A little contact there. I've done all these mission challenges before with the control pad. And I wanted to transition from the wheel, and when I did eventually get on the wheel, I realized that I wasn't as fast, so I've decided to go through the entire driving school in GT Sport and do all the mission challenges, and the goal is to get gold and everything. So as we come up on P13 and we make a nice clean pass on the outside, and we'll finish the first lap in P13. As we were able to see in the last race, it took about 21 laps and we ran out of gas. So the thing is, fuel consumption, fuel management. As I was able to get in first place, and we'll see how I was able to get in first place on this go around. Our goal is to keep first place all the way to the end, and it's by using strategy. So we're in 12th place here. We have the American P-Nap. So we come up on the inside, nice and clean. This is mission 8-7. It's no action going on right here, so we're just going to speed up so we get to some action. As we watch the red box, we are slowly taking down time on J Blanc, the driver in the first place, who will be our rivals. But we can look at the top 3 positions there, and amongst those 3 will be at the end. We will have the challenge. So past the vehicle there, I think that was lap traffic. As we have 3 vehicles above in our sight, so 8th place is is in our sights. It looked like the one in the leader of the pack was pulled away. Oh, lap traffic is slowing them down, so that was lap traffic, so we didn't gain a position there. And this is also part of the strategy too, dealing with lap traffic. So moving to 9th. The lap traffic on this mission challenge will help us because it does slow some of the faster cars down, as we saw right there in 8th, but it can also hinder us if we allow it to. So when the opportunity comes, we have to find the right passing lane and take advantage of it, as we are a few seconds behind and we're trying to catch up. And as we notice with this Porsche here that we're driving, it's able to maintain pace while cornering, but on the straights we seem to lose time. So this course with Interlagos, I guess, would be a perfect course with these very technical sections, but it has straight sections which allow cars with faster straight line speed to maintain time gaps or increase them. So I believe we have 6th place in our sights. We've made several passes here at this corner here, so we're able to outbrake our opponents. And we go on the inside and get 6th place there. Slight contact. As we start here on lap 6 in the chase cam view, and I like to change views. I like to use the replay view, so we can get a perspective of the car. I like to get chase cam with the replay, so we can get a perspective of the track and take advantage of all of the beautiful graphics that GT Sport has to offer. But the most information will be on the cockpit cam, because that's the view that I'm using to race. That's the view in which I'm recording with my video capture device. So as we get back there, we'll be able to see time. We'll be able to see, I said time, but time gaps, which we'll be able to see. And we'll also be able to see the time remaining, which is the most important part of this race here. Well, one of the most important parts. We have to take the time remaining, our tire wear, and fuel consumption, and when we lap, and how long. When we pit, not lap, but when we pit, and how long we pit, all in consideration to get gold. What a magnificent automobile there that we're driving. Get back in. We see we are about 5 seconds behind the American AI, and we are 17 seconds off of the lead. As we try to maintain pace, go around the course nice and clean. We have a driver in our sights. I don't think that is our driver. It might be a little wild there. Thanks. We had some AI slow driver in 5th place down. Yeah, we made contact with a lap traffic there. No foul, no harm. As we'll see in some of these mission challenges, the AI is almost invincible in terms of contact. So if that AI driver was able to slow the 5th place driver down some, so we're on the hunt. We're on lap number 8. Looks like more lap traffic ahead. We try to cut between these two. Denied! Yeah, that didn't work out so well. It's a lap traffic. And we just smashed into that lap traffic at 100 plus miles per hour and they barely moved. If it was vice versa, we would have been blown off the course. We deal with more lap traffic. As when the opportunity comes, we have to pass this lap traffic. We're on lap 9 there. We are now 13 seconds behind the leaders, and our gap is under 2 seconds for the American. It looks like he's dealing with more, had to deal with more lap traffic, slowed him down some. So as you can see, he's dealing with more lap traffic. So we hope we don't have as much problems with the lap traffic as he has. Oh, that was him there. So we're now in 5th place, and we see 4th place P4 ahead. Yeah, I've struggled with turn 1 the entire race. It's just something I have to get better in on this Interlagos course. But I did manage to make up for the struggles in turn 1. Basically, with every other turn, it's almost like a blind turn as you're making a left turn and going downhill and you really can't see. So going around this turn is almost a blind turn in this cockpit view. That window to the left, I really have to peek out that window there when I make that turn. You can see it right here. I peek out that window, I'm able to see the curbstone to give me perspective of where I'm at. So have P4 here as we able to out turn him or out corner him, and we get up in his draft. Yes, we got out his draft and he's able to use his straight line speed on us. And I just followed him into the abyss. I just followed him. He didn't break, I didn't break, but I got the pass. It wasn't ideal, but I got the pass. And to bring that to your point, on this GT Sport game, some of this AI, I'm trying to get the right word, they drive with the assumption that they could feel pressure. So that AI definitely felt the pressure and he forgot to brake, which is not typical of the AI, but he forgot to brake. He felt the pressure and drove off the course, and I just followed him off the course. And GT Sport has some of the best replays in all of sim racing, as we get to marvel of the beauty of this driving machine, this racing machine. As we come up to lap 12, as we look at the map in the top right corner, really nothing is going on. As they go on the straight line, they just pull away, so we cut ahead to lap 15. As you can see, we're still in 4th place, and we have the lead, the margin from the leader down to about 10 seconds. So in, what was that, 12? So in about 3 laps of driving, we weren't able to gain any positions, but we were able to cut the time down, which is a sign of the driver being relatively clean. As we have the driver in P2 and P3 going to pit, and I will follow them, and as we watch them, they are going to fill all the way up to the 100. I guess the AI fills it up to the suggested point of the diamond, and I just take what I believe I need. So I output them. You see P3 goes to 100. So I went to 34, and I changed the soft tires, which should help me turn even more better. But as we remember from the beginning of the race, the guys that were in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd are still amongst the top 4. So the German is in 4th place, and we have the French and Japanese driver now in 1st and 2nd, in P1 and P2. So we're on the hunt for them, and we're 20 seconds behind the leader and 13 seconds behind P2. And we're just going to go ahead and speed up to them. As we see, they are still very strong, as we are really not cutting down the gap on any of them. So our goal here, as obviously the AI has ramped up their driving skills, is to keep pace. As we see how long the other drivers were in the pit, because they obviously haven't gone into the pits yet. So we're coming up on a lap vehicle. We'll pass him. We're 17 seconds down from P1. So we were able to cut that time down. And we have about 5 minutes remaining. Now at this point, as we're cutting the time down on P1, his tire wear, yeah, that AI, yeah, we gotta make a pass on this AI, because they just slow down and make it almost impossible to get by. And we're trying to keep pace with P1 and P2, as we had another instance of an AI just slowing down, and we lost time because of it. But we're trying to keep pace. So as we see, we did bring the gap down from P1 down, which is a sign, an indicator of its tire wear. And I believe they'll have to go into the pits. If they don't pit, we could probably they could probably hold off. We would imagine that they're running out of fuel, but at this moment, you know, you start to wonder, are they ever going to pit? Because if they don't, we could lose this race. As we see, J Blanc goes into the pit, and Uchiyama, the Japanese driver, going to the pit, and we know they're going to go all the way up to 100%, because that's where the recommended gas line was filled, and we're going to pass it here as we pass pit lane, and the pit exit is this long exit to the left, and we're going to try and be ahead of them while they're on the way out. As Blanc is on the way out now, drive down the line, we're just going to take a look If they're not out yet, still aren't out, and I can see behind it, they just start to come out. So we go ahead and we jump ahead of them on lap 19. And if we get back into the cockpit view, we'll see we about 3 seconds ahead of P1. And I think we're pretty good on fuel. We have our soft tires. Think about soft tires, or you're able to turn better, but they just wear a lot quicker than the hards or the mediums. But we have about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, so we come up, we're on lap 20. We look at our fuel, it's still good. We're just trying to drive cleanly and maintain our time gap. As we saw on that turn there, I made a mistake and lost some time there. And as we look in the top left, at my time gap, it's coming down. It'll go up on the turns, but as we come on these straights here, it's coming down. And on turn 1, I really lose a lot of time. What we saw there was at 1.3 seconds, and we lost almost a second there on turn 1 and 2. So as we notice that, we look back and there is the French driver J. Blanc right there. So we have 30 seconds. So this will be the last lap as we try to hold off J. Blanc. So we look out that left mirror window there. As we come through these turns, we actually do manage to gain time on it. Where we've done perfect on fuel, perfect. If we look, he's back there as we finish and we get gold. That was a perfectly race for me, and I'd like to thank you all for watching and tuning in. If you made it this far, thank you. It's Pbro Games. If you like this content, please like. Feel free to comment and please subscribe. And thank you again, and enjoy your day.